Tutorial Tuesday, which is all about how to use a couple things inside Copy School to help your business out stat. So we know it's a no-brainer. Everyone knows so many businesses obviously are being really negatively impacted by everything, and we're all just trying to get through this right now. In our 10x Freelance Copywriter community, there's some discussion about like how you deal with things right now. How do you get more business in the door? What can you do with what you've already got? What can you control given how little you can actually control right now? So I wanted to kind of walk you through what is a quick way for a lot of people in the room to add some opportunities for cash flow. So now what we're talking about today is like what you can set up on your website today in order to start monetizing more of your available hours. So you've got time, you can do things. It's not always going to be project work. So project work is not necessarily as abundant right now as smaller work is. People still have work that they need to get done. However, people are holding on to their budget a little more than ever before. So it can be good to, of course, know who your audience is, know what they're going through. It doesn't mean your projects are necessarily going to go away entirely. But if you're noticing that you're getting a lot more, I know some 10x freelance copywriters are like, I have my clients saying to me, shouldn't I be reducing my rate given how difficult things are? And that's a really hard conversation to have because no, like it's very difficult. It's a service. So can you productize your service so that you can sell it more easily? So we're going to talk today about 4 different ways or 4 different services you can productize using exactly what's inside Copy School. So if you don't have a website, this will be difficult for you. And we're going to want you to get a website up. You've got time now. So that's a really good thing to Google your way through, set that website up. There's a giant icicle outside my window and Ange and I have been talking about it. It's going to go, it's really wobbly right now. It's like watching a child with a wobbly tooth where you just want to like, I'll just yank it out for you. And they just keep playing with it. That's just this wobbly icicle. That won't be cut out. That's going to be in the replay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to walk you through what you can do, what I recommend that you consider doing. Productized services and packages that you can sell on your site right now. Again, this is really ideal if you are in Copy School already. If you're not, you'll be like, oh, wish I joined, because it's going to be really clear where to go inside Copy School. Okay, so that's what it's here for. Now, the light bulb moment here is that you should be making and selling productized services and packages using things that you have inside Copy School. So I'll walk you through what that means. But again, if projects are not as abundant as they were, but you know that there's still a market for what you are selling, you're promoting yourself on social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, wherever it might be that you're out there trying to, get people to pay attention, get your prospects to notice you, come over, check out your site, check out your content, get on your list, all that stuff. When people are coming to your site or when you're driving people to your site, if you have a productized service on that site already where you're selling something, where they click a button and they pay you, that's a really, really, really great way to bring in cash. Early on for Copyhackers, when I was first starting out, when we just had ebooks for sale and I wasn't doing client work, mostly because I was like, wait, what if I don't have to do client work? And that was kind of like the joy at the time. But I added in, I had a WooCommerce theme for my website to sell the ebooks. And so I was like, well, why don't I also just like sell services? And that's when productized services were becoming a thing. And it was a really great way to make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 extra dollars a month just by passively like monetizing that traffic that's coming to your site. And there are more active ways to do it. It was a more passive thing, like just throw it up on your site. people click the buy button, they buy their web audit, their website audit, whatever that thing might be that you're selling. Now, we're not going to talk about website audits today because that's a really obvious one. 10x web copy is what you would use in copy school to help you do a web audit, where you could use like the 10x page plan to like basically walk through each page following the 10x page plan and do that as a website audit. That's a recorded website audit. However, that's not one of the ones we're going to talk about today because 10x web copy is a very big undertaking as a course. There are other snappier things you can do inside copy school. And we're going to end up at a place where you just want, this is like a basic productized service sales page. You're just going to put something up there. Do not overcomplicate this. Yes, you have time right now. You have more time than ever. But what freelancers do that I see all the time is overcomplicate something. No offense to you, but there's a lot, and that what used to be me, but I tended to not overthink it, maybe sometimes to my own detriment, where I could have like, you could have put a little more polish on that, but I didn't. And I really encourage you not to put too much polish on anything. Go grab, I'm going to walk you through how to get to this very basic place, but again, don't overthink it. You want to grab a template from a landing page site. I'm going to walk you through that as well. And put it up on your page. Don't worry about if it says leadpages.yourwebsite.com or the reverse of that, or any of that kind of stuff. Don't overthink anything. Your job is to go with the whole lean startup idea and put a productized service up on your site today. Get it done today. Okay, and it's gonna look a lot like this. It doesn't mean it has to look exactly like this, but this is basically what a productized service sales page is. In your nav, people land on this page. It's there. There's an actual button, Write My Funnel, whatever that thing is that your CTA is, where you actually hook that up to a credit card service provider, merchant service provider, and get that money in your account. Do not make the mistake with setting up a productized service of saying, oh, I'll invoice you for it. That's not a productized service. You don't get invoiced for the sweater you buy online. You buy the sweater online, and that's the same with a productized service. They pay for it online. So you're going to need, there's a few things you're going to need. You'll need Copy School. You'll need Stripe. You'll need Lead Pages. And I'm going to walk you through these things. You already know about Copy School. You were invited here because you're in Copy School today. So that's already a thing that you should have in play. Stripe, you may not have. Stripe is a way to collect credit cards. Now, if you're like, I don't have Stripe, but I have PayPal, cool. Don't worry about Stripe. Don't overcomplicate it. PayPal, I believe very strongly works with Lead Pages. I'm recommending Lead Pages here, not because it's the world's greatest landing page platform, but because it'll let you knock out a sales page for a productized service really quickly and collect payments for that right there. So you don't need a separate cart. You don't need to set up anything special. You just use what's there inside Lead Pages. So Stripe, if you're like, well, how do I even get a Stripe account? You Google how to get a Stripe account. It's that simple. That's how all of us did it in the beginning. We're like, I don't know, I'll just Google it. And then you find that out. You just have to know what to do. So go Google how to set up a Stripe account. You will land on something like this. You will see that it is a very straightforward thing to do. So go ahead and sign up for that. Hold on, it's catching up with me. Oh, okay. And then we want to go over to Lead Pages and grab, if you don't already have Lead Pages, get a Lead Pages account. You can see the one that you're going to need is the Pro account. I'm not an affiliate for this. I think actually I'm a Lead Pages affiliate, but I don't have any payment things set up to accept payments. So I'm not recommending Stripe or Lead Pages to you because I'm like an affiliate and going to collect money from it. You're not even getting an affiliate link from me. So there's absolutely no way. This is just a thing that will work for you if you're like, I'm ready to start making some money using this new school that I just bought. Pro account, $79 a month. Switch it over to monthly. You don't have to pay annual, and you get a 14-day trial. So you can set this up. If you don't end up making even a single sale and you don't see that coming down the pipe or pike, depending on where you are, then you can always cancel it then, okay? But just, I know one of the biggest objections everybody has is, oh, that costs a lot of money. But if you're going to charge $19.97 for a website funnel or something like that for your productized service, you have you just have to play the game. You're part of a world where you're going to have to go ahead and pay for things in order to sell things online and get that passive income. Now, if you already have a theme on your website, if you're on WordPress and you have like WooCommerce or a plugin that you can install on your WordPress site, then do that. But this training today is not about using other things other than lead pages. So if you're like, can I try this? Can I try that? The answer is yes. You're just here to like knock out a productized service. If you already have like a commerce plugin, or you can find one to use for your WordPress site, then you don't need to use lead pages. You'll just have to work with the confines of whatever that theme is, okay? So hopefully all I'm saying to you is you need a way to accept payments online, and you need a tool that will let you accept payments online through that one page. And that's typically lead pages and Stripe. Okay, again, do not overcomplicate this. If you have questions about it, just charge forward, just do it. Just get this thing out the door. I don't know why the asterisk keeps getting all weird on me. Okay, so you're gonna go into, if you follow this plan that I'm saying today, set up that Stripe account, you go into lead pages, you choose make sales in the middle here. When you create new page, hit make sales, that's the middle one on the screen. Then you'll see a bunch of different templates. Just choose one. They're all customizable, so don't overthink it. All you want to do is make sure you're choosing a sales one, because it'll have that ability to accept. I mean, you can still drag and drop a sales like cart onto the page no matter what theme you choose, but we're trying to do this fast. So choose a sales page, grab one of these. Again, you can modify it, so don't overthink it. Just grab the one that looks like, oh, I could probably make that one work. And that's what you're going to want to use. This is the example that we're going to show you today. You already saw this as like the basic setup for the productized service page earlier. You've got the ability to accept credit cards off to the side. You can see that that's further down the page. Anytime you click a button, it opens that or brings you to that place where your prospect can enter their credit card information, and that's what you want to make sure is possible. Again, if you set this up for someone to reach out to you to talk about a productized service, it's no longer a productized service. It's more like a package, and you're gonna have to go through a longer process. And because we're trying to get cash into your account, we don't wanna do that. So even if you're like, people want it, no, give people the way to pay online, and businesses will pay online. When you go in there, you will see that you'll need a new product in order to sell that. So you'll set that product up in Stripe. It's a really straightforward thing. Again, if you're using PayPal, I don't have that solution for you here, but if you're using Stripe, it's as simple as just you choose a product to sell. It says add a product from Stripe. You click add a new product in Stripe. Then you go set up a product with the price point, and that's it. Then you can sell that product on your site, and you can do this today. The giant icicle just fell. I've been waiting for 36 hours for that to fall, and it just fell. Okay, so here are the 4 packages or productized services that you're going to think through and work through and probably hopefully set up today. The first one is selling a lead gen funnel package. So you're going to sell this. I say lead gen funnel package, you could call it lead gen funnel productized service, but you don't put package or productized service on that sales page. All you put on there is lead gen funnel. Okay. What you're going to use is inside Copy School. You will go to funnel 1 inside 10x funnels. That's what you will use. You're effectively selling, you executing on funnel 1 for somebody. So inside 10x funnels, to set this lead gen funnel package up, how you're going to actually go ahead and do the work. Don't overcomplicate it. When you sell one of these, all you'll do is go through funnel 1 inside 10x funnels, do exactly what it says inside funnel 1 inside 10x funnels, and that's the whole service. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. It's a productized service. You don't have meetings with the client. You just go through and do this work and then hand it over to them. If you're writing emails and if you're writing landing pages as part of this productized service, you'll want to use 10x emails and 10x landing pages. But again, this is one single thing you can sell on your website using something you already have in Copy School. If I were you, it depends, of course, on your skill level, but it's for productized services and packages, it's best to keep the price point under $2,000. And even at the 2,000 mark, it can be a little bit much for some businesses. So where possible, try to break it down to something under $1,000. So you could say, okay, I'm going to sell the whole funnel for $19.94. Or you could say, you know what? I want to increase my conversion rate. I want to increase the chances that someone will actually buy this on my site. So I'm going to have 2 productized services. The first one is plan my lead gen funnel, and I'm going to sell that for $9.97. The second one is write my lead gen funnel, and I'm going to sell that for $9.97. Now, if they choose the second one, they're going to have a plan to give you. So that's the tricky part about this, but you could at least start with a $9.97 productized service on your site. That's, I will plan your lead gen funnel for you. Then you break down exactly what a person gets with that, what they can expect their deliverable to be, when you're going to do it, all of that kind of stuff. You throw that quickly on your product detail page for that productized service, and you hit publish. Don't overcomplicate it. Just knock that out. So that's one thing that you could put up. The second one is your email copywriting day rate. So you're going to sell a day rate. I'm not a fan of day rates, but a lot of copywriters are. So I'm just going to go with it. And then you're going to sell your day rate. You're effectively selling a day of your week, where for this in particular, you will work on writing their emails. So you're going to work on writing their sales emails or their SaaS onboarding emails or whatever that thing is, depending on who you actually serve. But you can use 6- and 7-figure emails. Those are bonuses inside Copy School. They're filled with templates that will make writing those email sequences as simple as you sitting down, you sell this productized service, you block off your day, whether that's you sell it on a Tuesday, you block off the Wednesday or the Thursday or the Friday or the Saturday to actually do the work, and you just open up 6- and 7-figure emails. You open those templates up and you use them without overthinking it to write those emails as part of that day rate. You don't have to come up with this stuff from scratch. You don't have to figure out how you're going to get this work done. The client, the new customer, tells you what they want, and you go forward and you do it using 6- and 7-figure emails to do that. I recommend you charge about $9.97 at this point for your day. You don't have to call it a day rate either, because then, you know, people can do the math and they're like, oh, so you're getting paid, I don't know, $84 an hour. And you don't have to say that. You could just say, I will write your emails for you. I will write that 7-part email sequence for you. People have random ideas about how many emails belong in a sequence, by the way. So if you say, I will write your 7-part email sequence, most people are like, yeah, 7 sounds like the right number. So don't overthink it. Just put it on the page, sell it. That's the one way to make that $9.97. The third is a launch email sequence. It should come as no surprise that you'll take everything you've got in 10x launches. You will use it to write that launch email sequence, and you will sell that for anywhere from $9.97 to $14.97. You're going to get that work done in 1 to 2 days. So you can sell, I will write your launch email sequence for you. Tell them exactly what that means. 6 emails, landing, I don't know what else you might have in there. It's yours to figure that out. That's part of education. Figure out the part that matters for you, and then sell it for anywhere from $9.97 to $14.97. Again, don't overdo this. It's a productized service. It's not custom. It's exactly what you set out. They pay for it online. The final one is a sales page package. This is a really easy one to complete using track 2 of 10x sales pages, which features the sales page in a day template. So what does that mean? You can probably expect to spend about a day on that work to get that first draft, or a pretty solid, hopefully early second draft knocked out for your prospect. So you're going to sell that, and you're going to do it for about $14.97 and complete it in 2 days. These are not rates that you would charge for projects. Projects take more work, they take more thought, they take more of your time, more back and forth with the client, more interviews, more research, all of that stuff. A productized service, something you sell on your site, should be done asynchronously. Your prospect, your actual customer in that case, maybe talks to you at the very end after you deliver the work to them, but this is something that you do more passively than you would do a project, and that's why you also charge less for it. You're going to charge less for it, and you're going to use what you have in Copy School so that you're not making this stuff up. The big problems that I see keeping people from, keeping freelancers from setting up productized services is They don't ever want to hit publish on it because they're like, well, I don't know that I even have a process yet for how I will deliver on this productized service. That's overcomplicating it. You don't really need much of a process. You're going to sell this thing. You're going to figure it out as you go on the first one. That's just the nature of it. The first time I sold a website audit, I did not have anything in place for it. I think I had like a form that said, what's your name? What's your website? When do you want this delivered? And that was it. And over time, I learned to refine that, like, oh, I'll need to know what pages they want me to focus on, etc. But what you don't want to do is let worries about, do I have everything I need, keep you from setting this up and making that extra cash that you could be making right now using even 1 or 2 new visitors to your site or repeat visitors to your site, any traffic that you drive from LinkedIn, any of that kind of stuff. Put these productized services up on your website. Use Stripe or PayPal, use lead pages or whatever cart you have already hooked up to WordPress. And that is how you can go ahead and start generating more revenue using exactly what you already have at your disposal. Okay, awesome. Angela, thank you. Everyone, thanks for attending today and all of your great questions. I hope to be able to answer more of them over in the Copy School Slack group. Take care, wash your hands, stay isolated. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. And yeah, otherwise we'll see you on our next tutorial Tuesday. Okay, bye everybody.